afternoon and a very happy Friday, guys. We did it. We made it to the end of the week. It is almost the weekend. And to kick it off in style, we have the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mexican Ironman. Good morning.
Arriba, andale.
Good morning. Oh, it's so good to see you again. It's been too long.
Hey, check your mic settings. I think you might be on the camera mic. It sounds a little hollow.
All right, let me.
You know how StreamYard does that sometimes?
It does. Yep, it does.
Because I want to make sure that everyone experiences you in full Dolby surround sound.
Okay. Couldn't say some on my Bluetooth headset seems, but if it's
I can hear you fine.
I can swap.
Oh, you're fancy pants. You have a Bluetooth headset underneath that hair?
I do.
Oh, look at you, all fancy pants. Look at you. How long has it been since I've been on the show? Months, right?
Months, at least a couple of months, yes.
Yeah. There was a time when Mexican Ironman was the #1 guy. There was a time where I was like a VIP guest. Next thing I know, social media, I see some guy named Jolly. There's this other guy, this other weed-smoking dragon named Puff. Some guy in Texas named Salty, whatever the flying frack his name is. Who's Mexican Ironman? We don't know. We've forgotten. Who's he? Mexican Iron who?
Mexican Iron who now? Oh.
Mexican Iron, the long-lost Mexican forgotten breakfast taco burrito. Or what Joe Biden's, what his wife call it? Morning breakfast tacos or something. Anyway.
I saw that, yes.
I was going to say that the reason I got abandoned and forgotten on the side of the road.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Are you feeling the emotional neediness come through?
I'm feeling it, but continue.
Okay, let me give you some more. Hold on, I think there's a little more in there. Hold on.
Come on.
Okay, I think that's all. It's all out now.
You good? You got it all out.
Yeah. And so we return full circle, my love.
Indeed.
Long before there was any talk of a puff, long before there was talk of a strange cat.
And I got a disturbing picture sent to me too, by the way. Hold on, let me find it. Hold on, where is this? I'm getting harassed in the morning already.
You know what? I think there is something that has been sent across. Yes.
Hold on, I'm bringing it up now. Share my screen. Look at this. Look at this. As I'm about to start the show, I get this in my inbox. As I'm about to start the show.
This is a total.
What'd you say?
I said, who could that have possibly been sent from?
That's that player. That is the player of all players. The man, the myth, the legend, the true man, the myth, the legend. That is Jolly, the conservative puppet, America, who apparently this is some kind of paparazzi shot that was caught here. You were caught cheating on Darth Poppy, aka Mexican Ironman. This is, ladies and gentlemen, I present to the court evidence to the court that that betrayal was in action in Vegas. They say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Unless there's pictures.
Technically, this happened in Dallas, so maybe it doesn't count.
Okay, so this happened in Dallas, where they say what happens in Dallas. Nah, they don't have a saying for that, do they? No, Vegas is coming up, right?
It is, yeah. It's just around the corner. That is the next big news.
And I'm not going to say that this photo traumatized me. Oh, I found some more tears. Oh, I'm like Amber Heard right now. Wait, we're not crying too much. I'm going to short something out in this helmet. I love your glasses. I love the color of your hair. What did you do to your hair? You dyed your hair. I love that. I love that shade of red. It's hot.
Oh, thank you. No, it's just very, very fluffy this morning because it's so humid. That's what happens when it gets hot over here. My hair gets bigger, unfortunately.
I love it. I love it. That's that wild purple Valkyrie riding the dragon look. And you notice the color of your hair matches some of the accents on my sombrero?
I did actually notice that, yes.
It's like we match. It's like we're supposed to be together.
Oh, you saying that this is kind of predestined? Is that what you're saying?
It is, because I didn't know I was going to wear the sombrero today. I was just inspired. If loving purple is wrong, I don't want to be right.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Before we continue, we have got a couple of things that I want to bring up. So a huge thank you to you guys. Let me say, first of all, good morning to everybody. So we've got Deepa and Martin, we've got Brandon the Anime Guy. Great to see you guys. Shield Wall of Dragons, Broken Entertainment, Psycho Dwarf, who is actually going out for Mexican food, which is pretty awesome.
Wonder if he's going out for breakfast tacos with Joe Biden's wife.
I'll get to that in a minute, because I actually did want to ask you about that. We've got BC, aka the New Dark Shadow. Great to see you. Let's see who else. We've got so many people. I saw Snowdub in there, of course. We've got Leia Rose. Hello, sweetheart. And Sultan Al Fahim. Great to see you guys. And good morning, everyone. And we've also got a few super chats that have come in. So, first of all, let me bring this one up. Wow. Wow.
What the heck? Oh, does that mean All Father wants me to go camera? Should I connect my camera and put on the iron thong and do a dance for him? Oh, that probably wasn't for me, huh?
It could have been. But thank you. Thank you. I will check to see if there's a message, but thank you so much.
Let's go check it out.
Well, absolutely. We've also got from the man himself, Snowdub. Good morning. He says, good morning, Purple. And Mexican Ironman, check your text.
Oh, shit. Now what?
And we've also got from Daniel. Good morning. Great to see you, Daniel. He says, this is to help heal Mexican Ironman's bruised ego.
Thank you, Daniel, for your support. I want to recognize Daniel for understanding and being supportive of the emotional and mental heartbreak of the trauma that has been caused this morning. Thank you.
See, guys, Mexican Ironman is the gentle, sensitive hero that we need.
Oh yeah, that's me. Sensitive. Well, depends if I'm ranty or not, but yeah.
You brought up the Joe Biden thing. Did that piss you off, or was that just you kind of rolled your eyes and thought that was an incredibly stupid statement to make?
See, all of the above combined with. Well, here's the thing for me. I think the thing for me. Do you want to go into topics already, or we have more people we got to say hi to?
We've got a few more people that have joined. We've got TZ Burton, great to see you. We've got, obviously, Mexican Ironman in the house. We've got Dave G Sound, great to see you guys. Huge thank you to Ren Zero, good morning, and Andy Masterson, hello, great to see you guys. Good. But carry on, please, Mexican Ironman.
Okay, so here's the thing for me. I in the U.S., I have been until recent years, I've spent most of my life since age 12. Age 12 was when I did my first Democrat Party fundraiser event, where as a little kid, I stuffed, what do they have? They used to have these things, what do you call them? Potholders that for a local Democrat Senate candidate, and they would put them in envelopes and they would mail them out as campaign promotionals. And in the years that ensued, I was until very recently, until just about, I don't know, about 4, 5, 6 years ago. I got to do the math. Where are we at? 2022? 18, 19, 20, 21. Oh, I guess only the last 4 years. Until 4 years ago, maybe 5, I've been a hardcore left core progressive liberal Democrat. And I'm talking significant donations, significant activism, significant organizing, the whole 9 yards. Then I went down a path where I sought my own truth and tried to figure out what was really going on with the world. And I realized I was brainwashed, being lied to, and I was not searching for the truth. I was accepting propaganda. And one of the things I first realized is that the people that supposedly were standing up for brown folks' needs in the U.S., which really brown folks' needs are all folks' needs.
Yes.
Sick and tired of this division. Because if you rip my skin away with your nails purple, like let's just say you wanted to scratch all my skin off, I'm still the same person on the inside. Actually, we should make an appointment for that, for you to scratch me. Okay, I'm getting distracted. Back to the political talk. So when I saw this comment, it reminded me of something that I learned that was part of my own awakening, which is that I realized that when I didn't donate to these Democrat fucks, oops, I'm sorry, I used a naughty word. No.
That's
Okay.
all right.
I realized that when I didn't support them or go along with them, they ignored me. And I mean, my first wake up was when Obama got elected. And he said one of the first things he was going to do was take care of certain issues that were important to the Hispanic community. And guess what? When he went for re-election, he said he was going to do it the second time around. Then the second time around, he never got to it. On his way out the door, he says, well, I meant to get to it. And I'm just like, you know what? And the thing is, Michelle Obama worked for me. Something that not a lot of people know. I don't know if I've ever told you, but Michelle Obama worked for me for many years.
Yeah.
When I was in Washington, D.C., she worked for me. I signed her paychecks. I approved her time cards. I know if I ran into her on the street, she would recognize me in a heartbeat. Well, I mean, I got a few more pounds on me than I used to, but, you know. And plus, she might not, I'd have to take off my helmet. You know, she wouldn't recognize me with the helmet and the mustache.
Yeah.
You know, but she would know me from the sombrero. No, but, I mean, I know these people. I know these people well. So, yeah, I was pretty pissed off. And it was it's just so, but they're all like this. All of these, and I think I should have seen this when I went to Stanford, and having gone to an elite school and been around a lot of elite people, Harvard, Yale, Princeton, Stanford types. Really, what it is, it's elite, white, so-called progressive, liberal, which basically means communist, non-American thinkers, who really they just think they're better than everybody, and it's not just about them like being, you know, ethnically racist or whatever against Mexicans or blacks. They feel equal, if not more, disdain against white people that are their own color, that aren't of their same pedigree or same educational level or their same wealth. Yes. It's really about elitism, and it's about control.
So they look down on everybody. Basically.
They look down on everybody, and they look down on everybody. Everybody, if you're not part of this elite institution set, they look down on everybody regardless of it.
So,
and by the way, that last comment that went up, it is true. It is true. The far right sellouts are bad in a different way, as the far left sellouts are. But he's absolutely right. The nation of corporations and billionaires and all of that stuff. It's really about money and elitism and control. And sometimes they can sometimes they wear red, sometimes they wear blue. I just found that the ones that are blue tend to light in my face much more easily and readily.
And we don't talk politics very often, but
we don't.
I think sometimes
we don't. What we're going to need to get back to is the politics of, like, how can we start the movement? Hashtag Purple Scratches Mexican Ironman at a sexy time event. Hashtag.
I think Mexican Ironman needs to go take a cold shower.
Okay.
We have got from Daniel again. Thank you, Daniel. He says, I could tell a very similar story minus name drop. Indeed. So it seems like there's a lot of people that have had something quite similar happen and have seen this time and time again.
I think we all just need to get together like we've done on YouTube. One of the great things of YouTube is that, you're across the pond from me. I'm across. I mean, there's people in the chat I would never know. YouTube, social media, they say there's so many bad things, but good God, all the neatest artists, all the neatest friends, all the neatest entertainers, all the neatest people that I've ever met have come from associations through YouTube, like fine channels such as yourself.
Absolutely. And that's one of the things I wanted to talk about this morning, actually, community and kind of how it's kind of brought people together. But just to answer Sharback, it says, Purple, are you coming back to the States for October meetup in Orlando? But probably not the Orlando one, but gonna try be back in the States very, very soon. So working on it, I promise, guys. But had an absolute brilliant time, and that was one of the things that I wanted to kind of talk to you about, because you work so closely with so many channels. Everybody knows who Mexican Ironman is. Everybody knows that you are one of the most hardworking guys on YouTube. And how have you found this kind of extended community? You say that it brings people together, and it really does seem to.
I think a core element you and I talked about many months ago. You and I
Mm-hmm.
talked about how I was really happy when you told me you were going to fly to the U.S. and visit people, and
Yes.
being in person with them, being in person with other people is a totally different experience. I think I'm one of the first. While I didn't go to maybe the first meetup before even the first Geeks and Gamers meetup, I've been meeting with people in person for years. For 2 or 3 years. Well, first one, then another, then another, then another, and yeah, we can be online friends all day and night, but the relationships are solidified when we get to interact with
Mm-hmm.
each other in person, and that's what makes all
Yes.
the difference. Yes.
Absolutely, I found that as well, and we've talked about this on various streams. It's great to work with people and to work with people for 2.5 years in some cases, and to get to know people by name. But until you get to meet them and get to sit down and have a drink with them and get to talk to them face to face, it takes it to a whole new level, and it really does solidify the friendships that we've made.
Big time, big time, and it also adds a different layer of dimension to the people that we know online. It adds a
Hmm.
totally different layer of dimension. It's fun watching on these videos of these meetups because you can see people almost stunned that they're interacting with each other. Here's the biggest dynamic that I think is different. See, you have all these YouTubers with all these channels, and like people like you. They're used to, like, most of them are camera on, some are
Hmm.
camera on, some are camera off. And people like me that watch these channels, we have hundreds of hours of watching people like you, people like, whether it's or people like, whoever it is, Geeks and
Hmm.
Gamers folks,
Oh
Ryan,
yeah.
whatever, you know, and then we interact in person. And it's weird because I think it's more weird for the people that are the YouTubers. Like, for example, I met up with Jay a few months ago. When was it? Was it April, March, or April? Something like that. I think it was the end of March or beginning of April. I met up with Jay, drunk 3PO in Savannah, and we hung out for about 3 or 4 hours. We were just eating tacos. We're at a Mexican restaurant. And I think for Jay, it was weird for him to interact with me because he sees me in super chats, and I've been a patron supporter of his for years, like well over three
Hmm.
years. He was one of the very first channels, and the thing is that for me though, I'm much more comfortable with him because I've seen him on YouTube for hundreds of hours. And
Yes.
I've seen him for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours. I've seen you for dozens and hundreds of hours. But then we get in front of you guys, and you guys have the stunned look on your face, like, a little bit.
It is. It is. It's especially as
I
you
mean,
say,
how
the
did
people
you
that
feel when you had people walking up to you and going? Because I saw people go, purple, What did it feel like for you?
honestly, it felt really weird to know that people kind of knew who we were. I mean, obviously, everybody, rightly so, was there to see Gary and to see Geeks and Gamers and to see, the what we would class as the big YouTubers. But we were very surprised. I was talking to Salty Texas, and how many people kind of just knew us by name and by face, and everybody introduced themselves, and it was so good to get to speak face to face, because I got to talk to Daniel, I get to talk to Arkansas, I got to talk to so many people that were in the chat, and obviously we got to hang out with Snowdub, which was amazing. Punk Waddle. It was such a fantastic time to get to meet people.
Well, and here's the other thing too, is that in your case you're traveling a bit too, and so here you're coming from out of the country, and also
Hmm.
too, I'm sure not just as a YouTuber, as a YouTube celebrity, as a woman, as a person, as a human being, I'm sure it makes you feel much more comfortable knowing that you have people that I saw that Shellback TJC. I s- um, I saw that. I'm sure like for you that makes you feel even much more comfortable because you feel you're amongst friends and you're amongst family and you're amongst people that love you, respect you, and are going to take
Absolutely.
care of you, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It was nothing but a positive experience. It was amazing to get to meet people, to give people a hug. I got to give Ryan a big hug. It was great to see him. Steph, my nerdy home, she's such a sweetheart. I was so happy to get to hang out with her. It was a nothing but a positive experience, and I love that more and more of these are happening. It was sort of a kind of a, I think last year there was like a few kind of one-offs, but this year in 2022, it really seems everybody's kind of pulled out the stops, and not just the big channels. There's been a lot of very smaller meetups as well. I know Ords went to one just recently. I think it was in Chicago, and it was great to see him doing the panel. It's so good to see people just kind of doing what they do and succeeding.
I believe the Friday Night Geeks and Gamers crew are doing another one. They're doing Vegas at the end of August, and I think they're doing Orlando in October.
Yes, sometime in October, I believe. I think it's towards the end of October, I want to say. But yeah, that one I don't think I'm going to be able to do because have other plans around that time of year. But guys, if you can get to one of these meetups, I highly recommend it. You get to meet incredible people, and everybody's friendly. There's no drama. It's just a big hangout with friends. It's like almost being in the chat, but being there in real life. It's kind of weird. And thank you, Daniel. But it says Purple was the most adaptable out of every YouTuber I've met in person. Thank you, sweetheart. I got to have a fantastic chat with Daniel, got to give him a big hug, and it was an absolute honor to get to meet him. Snacks and Comics, good morning, honey. Great to see you. It says happy Friday to both of you. Happy Friday to you too. Another incredibly talented member of the Cotton Connection. Absolutely love to see what you guys are up to. And I also pulled up the message from Allfather. So just want to say again, a huge thank you for that incredible tip. And Allfather says, Skull, my most worthy Valkyrie. Thank you. Thank you so very, very much. And we've also got one from Brandon as well, who sends $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Brandon. He says, no, it's not much, but have a nice drink on me. Sweetheart, you don't have to do that, but thank you so very, very much. You guys are incredible, as always.
And Purple, if your schedule doesn't permit for whatever reason, I'm putting together, I would be willing to put together on Hilton Head Island a special one-on-one meetup event here. And I put together a little poster. If you could share the poster of the Purple Valkyrie Mexican Ironman one-on-one VIP meetup. Bring it up.
I see this. Yep, I see this Mexican Ironman.
Yeah. This is the Mexican Ironman. I'm going to put together the poster here for the VIP one-on-one meetup for VIP Purple Valkyrie. Yes, a special welcome, if you know what I mean.
Oh my gosh, guys! If you don't think that Mexican Ironman is a hopeless romantic, there you have it. Proof. So.
Yeah, well, romantic and hopeless sometimes. I want to be hopelessly romantic, but sometimes I'm just romantic and hopeless.
Let me say good morning and a huge thank you to Rob Biller. Great to see you. He says, finally get to see Purple Valkyrie live. Hey! What better way than with Mexican Ironman? You're quickly becoming one of my favorite YouTubers. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you so very much. It's so good to see you in the chats, and I love getting to chat with you and to see your comments. So thank you. Yeah, it's something that I'm trying to kind of get back into and kind of force myself to do, is to be on camera more often. So hey, good to see everybody this morning. But you sometimes are on camera as well, Mexican Ironman. Do you find that a little bit daunting, or do you like kind of being on camera but being able to use the avatar as well? Because some people are
well, let's start with this. First of all, I think it's official that I've officially lost the debate that I am not a YouTuber.
Oh dear.
Well, let me ask you: am I a YouTuber?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, see, you see yes immediately. So, see, I've been holding out hope until recently when I've lost this argument that I am not a YouTuber, because I'm just like a guest and a fan. But I have lost the debate in so many different ways, so many times. Like I was on Culture Casino's show, and he said, "Turn your camera on." And I'm like, okay. And he said, "You got that mic, you got that gamer chair, you got this, you got that, you did it, boom." So one by one, I've lost this debate. But I don't know. For me, I go camera on a lot. I think the difference is that because of my work schedule. Look, I'm going to admit something. A lot of times when I'm on the show, there's two reasons why I don't go camera on. One of them is that if I'm on a really big channel where there's a lot of people in the chat stream, some people don't have money for super chats, and some YouTube channels don't necessarily bring up the comments of everybody in the chat stream. And I remember when I was broke and had like no money, like I remember 3 or 4 years ago, I had like I couldn't super chat $1 on any given day. And there's still a lot of people that are economically struggling. So I want people to feel that they're part of the show, even if they don't have money to super chat.
Yes.
So I like talking to people in the chat while I'm on a show, and it's very obvious that I'm doing that when I go camera on. So if I'm camera on and I'm talking to everybody, it's really obvious that I'm like not paying attention to the show kind of things. So I do that. And then other times I'll go camera on if I got especially something funny to do, like I've been doing on Doomcock's channel lately.
Yes, I've got to admit, I do love it when you're on camera, but I also like the whole being able to just use the avatar and you can just kind of sit back and you can focus on the chat and you can really have a great conversation with people. But yeah, sometimes I still get a little bit nervous about putting the camera on.
Wow, you're lovely.
Thank you.
You're absolutely stunningly lovely. Are you kidding me?
Thank you. We've got a couple more that have come in, so thank you so very much, and a good afternoon to Ren Zero. Great to see you. He says, second what Brandon says, have a drink on me and enjoy. Always a pleasure to catch one of your streams. So thank you, honey. It is great to see you as always. So thank you, guys. I will put that to good use today. I think I'll buy a bottle of wine or something and relax over the weekend, because it's been a bit of a weird week. I don't know about you, Mexican Ironman, but it's been kind of odd.
Yeah, it's been a rough week here on the home front. Dad went to the ER on Tuesday. I've been serving as his assistant / nurse / chef while he's been at home, and it's been an interesting experience. But me and my dad have always gotten along great. I'm very close to him.
That's good, and I'm glad that he's feeling better. But absolutely, it's always a stressful time when somebody you love is feeling under the weather. But keeping him in my prayers, and I hope he feels much better very soon.
Why, thank you.
You're welcome. Let's see, we've got from Emotionally Unstable Amphibian. Always love that name. Thank you so much, and good afternoon. He says, do you ever go to the Mercian Gathering? No, actually, I've never been. How about you, Mexican Ironman? Are you familiar with that?
I have no idea what that is, but tell me, what is it?
I'm not sure, but what I will do is I will research it, and if it's something in the UK...
according to... I think I found it.
You got it? Okay, cool.
Okay, it says here, the Mercian Gathering is an annual pagan camp held in the Midlands. This official gathering ran... okay, let's see. Hold on. Mercian. Yeah, it's over in your neck of the woods.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that, but I'm going to have to check that out if that's in the Midlands, because that sounds amazing. Thank you. I will check that one out. But yeah, we were talking conventions and get-togethers, and the one thing that I've noticed is that a lot of people are so ready to get back to doing these sort of conventions and concerts and parties, and everybody just wants to get back out and get back out into the world after what we've been through. Do you think that that's a good sign? Are you seeing that as well?
Yeah, and I can tell you, it's like in terms of some of these conventions, I had tickets from a couple of years ago, pre-COVID, for Star Wars Celebration, and I didn't go to Celebration because that convention had mask and vax requirements and all that. So I gave the tickets to my sister, because they're still crazy in LA County and Anaheim. But very much looking forward to the rest of it. We human beings, I mean, if you look at human history, we're actually supposed to be in groups of 30 to 60 people. The history of human civilization, whether it's been a tribe, a village, a small town, or whatever, or even a city subdivided by neighborhoods, is that the vast majority of people, the human history shows that people like to have 40 to 60 people around them. And I think one of the things that we require in human interaction. Social media is not the same thing. Sitting on your butt and interacting with people online all the time is not the same. I myself have probably decreased. I'm now having a hard time staying on top of YouTube and balancing my work life because I now have a personal life. I just got back from the Baseball Hall of Fame. Go check out my video on YouTube. I guess I am a YouTuber now. I just took I took my 9-year-old, my dad last weekend, my 9-year-old's grandpa from his mommy's side, and then his uncle. I took everybody and I paid for everything. Went to Cooperstown in New York. Went to the Baseball Hall of Fame, and the in-person interactions were amazing. We require it as humans. We got to get out and we got to interact with each other as often and as much as possible.
Absolutely, I couldn't say it better. And the one thing that I think I would take away from being locked down is, as you said, getting to know this incredible community. And at the time, it was exactly what was needed, to reach out and have human contact, even if it was through a screen, to get this kind of extended friendship and community going. And just getting to meet people is that next natural step, it seems, getting to do these get-togethers. But I absolutely agree. We need to see people. It's great to kind of be on YouTube and to be behind the screen, but it's that work-life balance and getting back into the real world that I think a lot of people really need. And I'm really happy to see people doing so well as well. It seems everybody's feeling so much better now.
Yep.
We have got from the man himself, Dave Bob. We've got a member chat. He says, "Hello, my dear purple lady. Hello, good morning. Good to see you." He says, "Tell Mike, Alf is eyeballing rear end."
What did he say?
He said, "Alf is eyeballing rear end." What's this this connection with Alf that you have, Mexican Iron Man? Because I keep seeing this everywhere on Twitter. Oh dear.
Here I am trying to do a show with my lovely purple Valkyrie. Okay, before I switch subjects out, I do want to say that, meeting people in person is great. All my kidding and teasing aside, I am glad that Salty Texas C was there to be a chaperone and take you everywhere together. He is a great, 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 great guy. And it was awesome to see you guys have fun. And speaking of not having fun, on the flip side would be Alf. So Alf, when I was a little kid, Alf annoyed the shit out of me. And my whole family loved Alf. Like, we had Alf pillowcases, Alf plushies, Alf dolls, Alf this, Alf that, Alf that. And that TV show I thought was stupid and lame because see, I'm a sci-fi guy. I'm a Star Trek guy. I mean, as it was, I was having a hard time becoming a Star Wars fan since it's not real space science fiction. Okay? And then comes a stupid ass show called Alf. And I was a little kid. I don't even remember what year it came out. Like, I was this little tyke. And there they go. They're starting to trigger me. And so so I hated it. So I would come out and I'd say, "Hey, Kim," and my family would watch Alf when it came out. They'd watch Alf reruns. And the damn fucker was on like all the time in the house whenever like he came on. And my sister liked him, my little sister, and it was just a pain in the ass. Anyway, so I'm on I don't know what show I was on. I started there, then I went over to Loki's channel. It's just one thing or another. I basically mentioned on a Midnight Zed show. I know what it was. They announced that Alf was coming back to TV and was going to have some series or something. And I just lost my shit. And then everybody picked up on it, and now everybody's trolling me on it because let's put it this way. Okay, you know my feelings about Puff, and you know my feelings about Jolly and all that kind of stuff hitting on you, right?
Yes.
I think my feelings, and would definitely know my feelings about El Perro, right?
Yes.
I would sooner sit down and break bread with El Perro than I would rather ever see Alf within 100 yards. And if I do see him with 100 yards, I'm going to grab my AR. And now maybe these are some repressed child nightmares or whatever, but I can tell you, and I didn't realize, I thought everybody, like most people support Mexican Iron Man on most things. I go on my rants, I talk about this, everybody's like, "Go Mexican Iron Man, go, go, go." As soon as I started showing hate on Alf, like the whole internet turned on me. Like the internet just turned on me. Like everybody just turned on me. Like I think I have like 5 anti-Alf supporters and by the way, I don't appreciate these Alf-istas, okay? They're terrorists. Purple Valkyrie, these pro-Alf supporters, they're terrorists. They are trying to subjugate me. They're bad people. These Alf terrorists must be stopped. We must join together all of our forces, and we must fight
these Alf terrorists and these Alf terrorist ways.
I had no idea you had such strong feelings about Alf. I mean, I remember Alf.
The only time I've ranted more, I think, would either be Kurtzman on Star Trek on a Doomcock show, Kevin Smith on Midnight's Edge,
yep, Masters
and
of
on
the
Morning
Universe.
and on a Taco Tuesday with Loki. I think I lost my shit over Disney, really, 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 really bad about the whole Gina Carano thing. So I think those are my top three I have had other rants, but those are but let me tell you this, my Alf thing is right up there with them. I hate this fucker. Let me tell you this much. I got a buddy named Daniel. Daniel Hall, I don't know if it's the same Daniel or a different one. I'm going to print out later this summer. I'm going to print out Alf targets and I'm going to go target practice in an open range. And I'm going to YouTube live stream it. I'm going to go on a YouTube live stream hunt. And I'm going to blow this effer up and I'm going to put it on YouTube. I'm probably going to get.
If I send you an Alf plushie, will you take it out, basically?
God, if you send me an Alf plushie, I don't know if I'd have the heart to do it, but let's just put it this way. I'd rather you send me a picture of you and Puff getting married in Vegas. And I don't want that either.
Don't say that to Snowdub. He'll mock something up just to troll you.
You're right. I better not tell. You're right. He's gonna make that happen somehow.
I don't know whether I can say I'm sorry that I asked, but I was very, very curious. And
that's what I don't care if you ask. I mean,
Yeah, I had no idea that the level of Alf hatred ran so deep.
Oh yeah, and it's genuine. It's not. This is not artificially made up. This does it make any sense? No. As a grown man, should I care? No. As a guy who has a million obligations in his personal, family, and business life, should this even bother me? No. Does it? Fuck yes.
Yes, it does, and that's okay.
I don't know.
Let me say hello to TZ Barton. Great to see you, sweetheart. He says, the only good thing about the beer flu was I discovered YouTube and Super Chat. Purple makes my Friday work go smoothly. Love to you too, Mexican Ironman. Well,
thanks, TZ. Hi, TZ.
Thank you so much. Great to see you guys. As always, we have a fantastic chat this morning, don't we?
Yes. They're like, Purple's on in the morning. We got to go.
I think Shelbeck's still trolling you, says Alf was awesome. Let go of your hate.
See, there's an example of a guy who I'm just like, really, bro? Because me and Shelly, like, we've known each other. Shellback was one of the first people I ever met going way back to, I think, Con Connection and was it Drunk 3P? I've known Shellback so long on YouTube. Like, I've known him as long as anybody I can think of. Like, going way back.
Oh, yes.
And he and I agree on damn near everything almost all the time. So the fact that he's not with me on this Alf thing is an example of what I've had to deal with here on the internet.
Yes, he's definitely hashtag Team Alf.
Oh, that kills me. Plus, he's a Navy guy. See, my dad was a Marine, so I'm very partial to Marine and Navy.
Of course. It seems like we found the one thing that YouTube doesn't agree with Mexican Ironman on. That's a little bit bizarre.
What is Daniel saying? What does this say?
Daniel says, I taught myself the theme song to Alf on my saxophone as a teenager. I'm willing to relearn how to play it for Mexican Ironman's sake.
Oh, Jiminy Crickets. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Oh, no! No!
We've got a lot of love for Alf in the chat at the moment. Brandon says, haven't seen Alf in ages. I haven't either. It was one of those, I remember the show, but it never really had much of an impact. We're getting recommendations for what you should use on Alf.
Yeah, I don't have a 50 cal, but I could rent one.
We've got shots fired from Mark the Infinitely Tired.
Oh, Jesus Christ. This is more Mexican than Mexican Ironman. He's brown and I'm brown, but that doesn't mean we're related. The last thing I want to hear is that Alf is brown because he's some kind of Mexican. F that.
Dave Bob says, "Hey Mike, have you seen my lawnmower?"
You know, it's funny. That's actually, I was at, I was at the Hilton Head Country Club the other day, and I said a joke, and none of the white people thought it was funny, but I thought it was fucking hilarious. So I'm signing up for the country club because I haven't signed up in a year. So they have a special run. So I signed up, and they're like, "Have you ever been out on the golf course?" And I said, "You know what? I don't play golf at all. And being Mexican, when I look at that lawn, I'd rather mow it than play golf on it." And I turned around, I was like, ha ha.
So I thought that they would have found that funny. I would have found it funny, and then probably would have got some really nasty looks.
Yeah, well, yeah, they looked at me like they looked at me like they were judging me for being a racist Mexican. I'm like, I've been a racist Mexican on YouTube for years. I'm good.
And let me say very good morning to Salty Texas C. Great to see you. Good morning. Hope you're having a good one today. Let's see who else we have got. We've got from Pops. Great to see you as well. Pops, he says, Salty took Purple Valkyrie to Taco Bell in a few places. So, Mexican Ironman, where else should she go to experience real culture?
At Mexican Ironman's house on Hilton Head. Oh, wrong answer? Oh, okay. Well, when I meet you at the meetup, I'll find some places. You know, I'm in Vegas or wherever we go.
I had a fantastic time just getting to kind of tour around, and I did a few videos. I don't know if you saw them, getting to try some of the cuisine, and I had recommendations and things that people said you absolutely have to try. Especially restaurants that we don't have over here, like Whataburger. Yes, it did live up to the hype. It was excellent, and Chick-fil-A was delicious as well. And I even went to Taco Bell, which people were kind of trolling me about.
I actually think that it was awesome that Salty Texas C took you to all the places that he did, like some of these fast food joints, because it's funny because they are quintessential American, whether they're like high end or not is irrelevant. The fact of the matter is that they're quintessential American places. So I thought his choices of where you wanted to go and him taking you all those places, I think it was completely spot on.
It was absolutely, and as you say, these are stuff that I've never tried before. I've been to a few restaurants when I've been lucky enough to be in the US. I've been to like Denny's and IHOP and those sort of places, but never been to any of the others that I went to this time. And it was fun. It was just a fantastic experience, and I think it's something that's kind of, I suppose, a little bit cliche perhaps, but I really, really did enjoy getting to try all these different things that we don't have over here.
Who's this guy? What the hell is that down there? I just saw that.
We've got Mexican Alf. He says, "You love me."
What? Jesus God. How does someone do that? We're in the middle of a live stream. Did someone go set up another account, change their, like, who does that? Why? I've never seen that account before.
I love the pop-up accounts. They really make me smile.
A what-up account?
Pop-up accounts. You know,
is that what they're called?
I don't know, but yeah. It's great to see them.
Yeah, they sound like they're terrorists. More terrorism happening. Shield Wall of Dragon says,
white people can't laugh at that. They would get cancelled.
Oh, so they didn't think it was okay to laugh at it. Okay. All right. Well, you know how I am. I mean, love me or hate me, and I do have plenty of haters on the internet, but you know, it is what it is. I'm not going to change much.
Possibly hate Mexican Ironman.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I really love Mexican Ironman.
Oh, one thing I've learned, I got plenty of haters. Well, here's the one reason that there's a whole group of people that aren't as I mean, people hate me because I mean, I can give you some reasons right now. Here's one. I'm simultaneously still a member of EVS and have been for like going on 3.5 years. Ethan Van Sciver, I'm a member of his thing, and I'm simultaneously consider myself part of the original crew and of War Campaign, and I'm still hanging out with the War Campaign folks. So I simultaneously I'm on Doomcock Show, and I'm simultaneously still a supporter of Nerdrotic and Geeks and Gamers and
Mm-hmm.
RK. And the number one reason I get hate is because I try to get along with everybody.
Yes. Well, that's one thing that I've noticed, and because you're so well known and so well respected within the community, everybody will you're welcomed wherever you go, and I love that. I love to see that.
Yeah. Well, I hope so. I try. And look, I've had my beefs with people, and some of them I've been able to make amends with. Some of them people made amends with me. I personally don't have that many real true enemies. In fact, I mean, there's only a few YouTube type people that I really just cannot stand for what I think are valid reasons. But I try to get along with everybody, and I wish everybody would get along with each other, but it's hard. And you know what makes it hard is what you were talking about the first 10, 15 minutes of the show. It's easy to hate someone when you don't have to interact with them in person.
Yes. Yes,
It's easy to carry hate when you don't have to run into that person. But then what happens when you run into them and then you have the opportunity for peace? What happens when you run into them and you have the opportunity for forgiveness? What happens when you run into them in person and you have the opportunity to literally hug it out, talk about it, and let bygones be bygones and move on so that there can be brighter days and not cloudy days ahead?
Exactly. And I always think that if you can do that, that is the absolute best thing to do. As Mexican Ironman says, if you do have beef with somebody, try to work it out and try to either come together, find neutral ground, or just kind of go separate ways. It's not worth carrying hate wherever you go. And YouTube isn't real life. We've said this before. YouTube is very important to a lot of people, but it's only one aspect of most people's lives. We've all got jobs, we've got families, friends, we've got stuff going on behind the scenes. But getting to do a show, even if it's for an hour and a half, it's that little bit of kind of excitement. This is the fun part of getting to do this. Getting to hang out with people.
Right.
And good morning to Salty Texas. He sends us a super chat. Thank you so much. He says, Mexican Ironman in Caddyshack 3. I want the Blu-ray. Are you a golfer? Or I forgot to ask. Or do you?
I'm sorry, say that again?
Do you like to play golf? I forgot to ask.
Well, no, not at all. But since I signed up for this country club thing, they had a special. So I'm going to get 8 free 30-minute lessons, and I'm going to get a golf pro that's going to give me 8 30-minute lessons, and they're going to watch me play the front 9 on the golf course. I live on a golf course, by the way. Like I literally, you walk outside my backyard, there's the pool, the gate, and a tree, and you're on the green. So. Yeah, but I'm going to learn. Mexican Ironman is going to embrace his Caucasian self, and he is going to embrace the ways of my birth certificate. I found out recently that I'm Caucasian. Did you aware of the story?
I did not know this. No.
Shit! If I had a copy, where's my birth certificate? I don't have it. I can't find it. So it was around here somewhere. But I ordered it. It came in the mail, and it said race and ethnicity, and I thought it was going to say Hispanic. Usually these days when you're born, it says Hispanic/Latino or something, or Hispanic/Mexican, or Hispanic/ whatever your ethnic subgroup is. I opened mine up. I open up the envelope, tear it open. I'm like, okay, great. I can go get my passport. I open the damn thing up. I look at it. I scroll halfway down, and it says Caucasian. And I'm like, wait, what? What? Caucasian? I'm like, what? And I'm like, #upgrade, #. So I'm all in now. Now that I've discovered, now that I have discovered this great knowledge, it's almost like Mexican Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom knowledge, where I've discovered this lost long artifact. I'm like, oh my God, Caucasian. Okay, so now I'm going to learn golf. Yeah.
Does that mean that you'll be getting your white privilege card in the mail as well? Is that on the way?
Well, apparently these don't exist because I've been asking all my white friends for I'm like, hey, so now that I'm Caucasian, what are the benefits? And you know what the benefits are in this country? It's a pretty shitty list here. The white privilege card. You get to be called racist. You get to be called misogynist. You get the privilege of being called names and you can't do anything about it. You basically get written out of society. Your history gets overwritten. the good things you've done don't matter. The person you try to be doesn't matter. The media hates you. I'm like, what kind of club is this? I'm like, I almost want to go back to being Mexican, but I can't because now I'm Caucasian.
Exactly, you can't. Yes, but welcome to the club, Mexican Ironman. It's great to have you.
Why, thank you. I'd like to thank the people that made this possible, which include my mom and dad in the back of that 72 or 73 Plymouth Dodge, or whatever year it was, or 69. I don't know how old that car must have been, for making it happen. I'd like to thank the doctor. I'd like to thank the doctor, my mom, for giving me so much milk that when I came out, I must have looked white. Somehow. I'd like to thank the doctor for not giving a shit and not asking and just, doesn't look Asian. All right, let's go with Caucasian.
I'm sorry. I've never heard that story before. And Solid Sexist says Mexican Ironman preach. Literally don't know how weird the drama unfolds. YouTube is a strange ecosystem of personalities. Damn straight. Oh my gosh. And Daniel, thank you again, Daniel. Great to see you. Says maybe less people would complain about Mexican Ironman if we would quit taking a break from saving the world in the middle of the day.
Thanks, Daniel. That is hilariously nice and hilariously funny, and also kind of accurate. That is kind of accurate, actually.
We've got people talking about golf in the chat. I think they're really excited to see you.
Oh my God! You know what? I should take videos of me blowing it. Right?
Yes.
Mexican Ironman out on the golf course, like 4, and I miss it. I always wonder, why do they say 4? Like, does that mean if I do 5, 6? Oh, I should do it in Spanish. Cuatro.
That would really freak them out.
Yeah. Oh my God, I should get out on the golf course and I should like cuss when I screw up in Spanish. Like when I hit back, like, coño carajo, este pinche pelota no va donde tiene que ir. Ya me canso de este pinche juego. La, 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 la. Like that. God, they're gonna revoke my membership.
I really want to go play golf with you now just to see it happen.
Well, upon your arrival at the Hilton Head VIP Purple Valkyrie 101 meetup, I'll make sure that there is golfy time scheduled.
Sharbeck says white adjacent Ironman.
Yep. That's me. White adjacent Ironman.
You guys are crazy. And Padas, great to see you, says Mexican Ironman will love shrimp and grits and wearing shorts in the winter.
Okay.
That's what you need to do now.
Well, I wear shorts. I've already been here for a whole winter. So I'm coming out. I'm at my 1 year and 3 week anniversary here on Hilton Head. And let me say this, Padas turned me on to shrimp and grits. He says, y'all try shrimp and grits. And I'm like, get the F out of here. He's like, no, they're really good. I mean, that's not really how he talks, but he kind of does. So, they're so good. There's this place that if you do come to visit Purple, I'm going to take you to. You're going to shrimp on grits sounds disgusting. I mean, seriously, you know what grits are, right? They're like,
oh yeah, I like grits.
Oh, you do?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, bless your southern heart. I cannot wait to give you the shrimp and grits over at my place.
Oh, we've got Southern Gentleman Ironman. I remember that. Yeah. Didn't you have a special avatar for that as well, if I remember correctly?
For which one?
For the Southern Gentleman Mexican Ironman.
Oh, yeah. Let me see if I can't do it right now because I'm logged in on my Midnight Sage login, but yeah, I do have one. Yeah, Southern Genteel Mexican Ironman with the white suit and the chicken.
And the chat's still giving you a hard time.
I love you too, chat. Love you all.
Ronan Racketer, great to see you. He says only the caddies would duck. I think he means with you yelling in Spanish.
Yeah.
Dave G. Sound, he says I scream 4 out the window every time I drive past a golf course. Let me quickly check my DMs. Thank you. Okay. So we've got another member milestone. Thank you. So from Salty Texas C, great to see you. He says, I love Mexican Ironman. Oh, hi, Purple.
Hi, I love you too, Salty Texas C. What was it like looking up at him? I thought it was hilarious to see how tall he was compared to you. What is he like 6'5" or something? Or
he is.
That's awesome. That must be awesome.
It was great. First time that we got to meet, I was like, wow, you're incredibly tall. And got to give him a big hug, and it was.
You're like reaching his like waistband and his abdomen, like at best, huh? Top of your head's like, you know, on his like at his belt, you know, like when I meet him, I'll be like, I'll look up and I'm like, Salty. Hello. Mexican Ironman, man, down here. Yeah. He'll probably step on me thinking I'm like some kind of like, you
know. But yes, it was great, and he is very, very tall, but so much fun to get to hang out with Salty, and as you say, he really did look after me very well. So
good man.
He did, but everybody was taller than me. I think the only person that was the same height as me was Tugs. I think she's the same height, and Steph. It was just us, like little.
Wait, you're like 5. You're like 5'2", 5. What are you?
5'1". Yeah.
5'1". Oh, okay. Because I know the girls are little.
Yes. We've got really tall guys and really tiny ladies. I love it. And we've also got from Brandon the Anime Guy, another member milestone. Thank you so much. He says, 2 of my favorite people on the stream and so many great people here today. A great way to start my Friday. Thank you. Absolutely could not have said it better. So thank you very much. And yep, Sure Wall says Salty is a very tall dude. Yes, he is. Hashtag tall guys and tiny ladies. Indeed. And Ren Zero, yep, 5'1". I'm short and kind of stocky, but working on it at the moment, trying to lose a little bit of weight. And Sharback says fun size. Indeed.
Wait, what?
He's just floating that out there. He just says fun size.
Yeah, well, you better not float that too close to where I'm at there, buddy. Fun for who? Fun for me, but better not be fun for thee. That was me being jealous. Did you like that?
That was Mexican Ironman defending my honor. Yes.
That's right. If there's going to be any honor lost here, it better be with me. Mexican Ironman approves of dishonorable discharges, if you know what I mean.
And Ronan Racketeur says Mexican bite size.
That's me. Hey, Ronan. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Guys, I am going to start to wind down because I know Mexican Ironman is an incredibly busy guy. But before we do, what have you got?
There's a member chat that came in real quick from Cam.
Oh, we got one from Cam. Awesome. Let me grab that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. So from Cam, great to see you. He has been with us for 6 months. He says, "Hail Purple and Caucasian Mexican Ironman. Great to see you all."
Great to see you too. I'll see you around the golf course and down at the NASCAR race over down at the Daytona.
You're getting really good at those different accents, I've noticed as well. You seem to have kind of developed an ear for it.
Now that I'm Caucasian, I'm like, I'm embracing it all.
That's amazing. Guys, I can't tell you how good it is to get Mexican Ironman back on Rise with Purple Valkyrie. We don't get to hang out as much as I would like, but when we do, as you can see, it is crazy. So thank you, Mexican Ironman. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you. I'm heading over to Midnight's Edge in a little bit, and then I got to take Daddy to the doctor. Purple, you have yourself a wonderful weekend. Thanks for having me. This has been I can't even believe an hour's gone by. I thought it was just like I didn't even know an hour's happened already. That's how much fun we have.
It went quick, it really did. But before we do wind up, let me say thank you for my amazing co-host today. Always great to chat with him. A huge thank you to everybody who joined us today. You guys were brilliant as always. Thank you so much, guys, for the super chats, the tips, the member chats. I could not do this without you, so thank you. Guys, please check out Midnight's Edge. That is where Mexican Ironman is heading over next. And I know we've got a lot of people streaming tonight and over the weekend, so so much going on. I will be back tomorrow. I've got a chill stream. We're going to have Salty Texas join. Prophet of the Dragon is going to join, and maybe a couple of other people if they'd like to hang out for a little while. So hope to see you there. And if not, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your Friday and a wonderful weekend. And take care, everybody. Mwah. Have a good one.
Bye.